Hi there, my lovelies. I am Willow Silwing and welcome back to my channel. I just want to quickly say before we head into this video that I want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you. My channel for me has gained over 100 subscribers in the last 3 days and I am overwhelmed. And I cannot thank you guys enough. So thank you everybody to watching. Thank you everybody to subscribing. If you are new to the channel, then I do lots of pick a card readings. I am planning on doing some more stuff soon. So don't worry, I'm going to start doing some weekly tarot readings for you guys and other little bits and pieces that I have planned. So if you guys have 5 minutes, then please hit the follow button on my Instagram account. I do like to post spiritual pictures, spiritual readings, tarot readings, and other little bits and pieces. Like I like to game as well. So go and give it a follow. Okay, so enough of me rambling on now. So this pick a card reading here today is all about the biggest changes that are happening in your life right now. Now this is a timeless video, so you can come back to this video and possibly pick another pile, depending on what's obviously happening to you in your life right at this moment. So these are, again, the biggest changes that are happening to you right now, how to deal with them and how to move forward. So this is pile number 1 here with the amethyst and the purple incense. And then we have pile number 2 here with the rose quartz and the pink incense. And then pile number 3 with the selenite and the yellow incense. So just take a few moments out here, pause the video, take a few mindful breaths, we'll meditate upon the cards and pick the pile that you feel the most drawn to. So it is all about that gut feeling, just so that you can get the most accurate of reading. You can pick via the crystals, and most people do, and that is fine for them. But I do highly recommend pausing that video and just meditating upon the cards and picking that gut feeling on whichever pile you are drawn to. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so on to my group number 1s here with the amethyst on top of your deck. So I'm just going to pop that over here. I've already lit your purple incense there for you. So let's see what cards we've got. Okay, so we start out with the 10 of Cups there for you guys. And then the King of Cups. Coming up next to the Death cards. So, ooh, big changes for you guys. Then followed by the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so for you guys here in group number 1, I feel like that there is humongous change coming. There's a massive transformation coming along with this Death card popping up straight away here. Now, what this change is already very apparent in these cards. With the 10 of Cups here, the King of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles all coming out at once, I see harmony, I see home life, I see marriage, I see a family, I see being emotionally balanced, I see having the abundance, but being so at peace, like she's so at peace and she's just, everything's grown. You've been working hard towards this, and now the biggest changes that are coming, and it's a big change because the Death card coming up, that massive change is just everything kind of, I just see it fitting together like a puzzle piece. That's what I see. It's like a puzzle pieces that you've been grabbing all of these puzzle pieces from so many different places, and that you've been building this puzzle for years and years, or months and weeks, and it's now the biggest changes that are going to happen to you, group 1, is that everything is going to fit perfectly into place. I can just see it fitting perfectly into place there for you. So I see with obviously the 10 of Cups, family and union and happiness, just with the depiction of the card with family. Maybe you're expecting a child. That could be something. It could also be an indication of a marriage proposal, anything along those lines. The King of Cups. Now, I love the King of Cups because the water is obviously all choppy and everything else, and that for me represents sort of everybody else, because the King of Cups is just sat there cruising along with his glass of wine in his hand, kind of very chill, very balanced, very like, I've got this shit. Everybody else can be on this wavy kind of see around me. I'm just going to cruise along and, you know, be me. And that's what I see in that card. Obviously, this is a general reading, so all of these positive cards can all resonate with you, or just one of these cards could resonate with you. Again, with the Nine of Pentacles, that could be abundance within money, but also, again, this sort of growing. And I do feel like there's some sort of growth that you've had, or that you're wanting, like a spiritual awakening, a spiritual growth that could be happening for you as well. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the next lot of cards here. So I've got Archangel Raphael. I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. Now, that could be an indication there that you are, with, as I just did with that sort of spiritual growth, that you could finally be healing. We've just had the full moon in Aquarius, and that's all about letting go of that kind of, you know, residual negative energy that we've all kind of built up. And that could be another thing, that you are finally sort of like this rainbow, that you've got this light that has just gone like, right now I've healed myself. Now I'm healing myself of everything that was in my way. I can move on. I'm going in the right direction now. Okay, and so the next card says, no, conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait, or look into other options and ask the angels to help guide and comfort you. I think that needed to come out for somebody. So there is a situation right now. If you guys have picked group one, this may not resonate for everybody. I feel like there's going to be somebody that this is going to resonate for. But no, don't, like, whatever situation's coming up, whatever sort of change that is happening, it is not the right time for you to be thinking about other things. I feel like this is a no of no, concentrate on yourself before moving forward. That's kind of what I got through there, is kind of work a little bit on yourself, work on this internal happiness before you kind of move on to new pastures. But that definitely needed to come out there for somebody. So I'm just going to go on to the next lot of cards I've got here. So we have, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So again, I feel like this strength is that you've already had this strength. You've already kind of built up this strength for a very, very long time. As I said about the puzzle pieces, I feel like that this is that you've had to be strong, and you've had to work really, really, really hard for everything that you've got at the moment. And now it's all kind of planning out, and now it's all going to be, you know, it's all going to fit together. And this picture, this beautiful picture, is now emerging. But you've had to obviously be strong. This also could have a double meaning with the card that's just previously come out of no, be strong, say no to that situation, set your boundaries, be like, no, I'm spending time with on myself, rather than going out and spending time with friends that are going to just kind of take your energy at the moment. Okay, so the next card we've got is the arts. Express yourself through creative activity. So again, I see this like very sort of happy. I love this card. It's very light. It's very bright. There's that water again. And so it could be a case of, you know, a no again, you know, focus on sort of creative things for now. Or it could be a fact that it's a creative thing that you need to do to kind of move forward, or a creative thing that has built up this picture. And so then on to the last cards here, I have the Mask card from my Moon Oracle deck here. Now, the Mask card is all about that mask falling. Now, I feel like that you guys in group number one have maybe been putting up a barrier, and maybe putting on a mask, which would make sense for that mask being dropped. And that is the reason why this massive change has come, and you now feel a lot better about yourself because you've kind of dropped your own mask. Turning that on its head, again, it could be a case that somebody else's mask is going to drop, and that's going to give you this massive change, and it's going to give you that path forward that will make you much more happier. That you kind of know that this mask was there, and that now they finally sort of taken it off, and you can see this person's true colors. That's now giving you sort of like the pathway forward to go, right, no, I'm going to be happy within myself, and I'm going to paint this picture, or I'm going to put this puzzle piece together now for my own sake rather than yours. And then last but not least is Altar. So now again with the Altar card within the Moon Oracle deck, it is a very much about sort of this dark cloud above your head. Again, I feel like this could be related to this Mask card and it being a case of that this cloud is now being lifted. I feel like these two are the reason why this death card is sat here. It's like this has kind of been what's going on, that there's been a little bit of a dark cloud over your head recently, that there possibly is that you're putting a mask on or that somebody else is and you're not aware of that, and that when this gets taken away and when this falls and this death card takes this massive transformation, like this is the transformation that will happen, that you're going to have all of this very, very positive outcome and this positive outlook on life afterwards. Okay, so I am just going to pick a oracle card and a tarot card here for you guys, just in case there are any other additional messages that need to come through as I am doing the reading here today. So we're just going to start out with a tarot card from my lovely fairy deck here. So are there any other additional messages here for group number one? Okay, so we've had the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is all about the inspiration and creation. So again, as I said before, I feel like you guys have been working on something, some sort of project, some sort of life goal that is finally going to happen there for you, and that you've been creating this and that you've been inspired by this for so long, and now it's finally going to come into fruition there for you. Okay, so I'm just going to pick the Oracle card here for you. Again, from my other Fairy Oracle deck. Are there any other additional messages here for group number one? Thank you. So laughter is the last card here. So that I see relating back to this kind of 10 of Cups energy, that sort of happy laughter and happiness. It's just such a happy group. I am loving group one. You guys are so happy right now. Like there's gonna be such happiness your way. If you are not feeling this happiness right now, which I kind of get with these two cards, trust me, and I cannot like shout it enough, that it's going to be absolutely fine, and you're going to have such a rainbow and such a light at the end of the tunnel. It's unreal. Now I've got quite a few blues here, so that could be a very big indication that it could be that you are a water sign, and that could be your sun, moon, or rising sign, which can be an indication that you've picked the correct pile. I also see a lot of greens, because so that can be earth signs as well. So again, yeah, both of these signs, like the water and the earth signs, can be indications that you have picked the correct pile, as I said beforehand, or it could be a case that this is revolving around somebody who is going to be a water or an earth sign. So just be on the lookout for that, just like a little handy helper tip there. Okay, so I think that's everything here for group number one. So if this reading did resonate with you, then please leave a thumbs up and comment down below. I do read everybody's comments and I reply to as many as I can, and I love seeing your comments. It really makes my day, so please do. And if you would like to see any of my previous videos as well as any upcoming ones that I do have planned on doing, then please hit that subscribe button. I will really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, and then on to my group number two here with the rose quartz on top of your deck. So I'm just going to pop that over here, and let's see what cards you've got. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands here, first of all. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Then we have the Magician. And then we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so for group number two, I feel like at the moment there's some sort of disagreement and there's some sort of conflict within yourself. It could be within yourself or it could be with another person. And this is sort of you've kind of had enough of that right now, or that it is going on at this precise moment. what I see changes wise is kind of, this is the card of what's happening now, and then what I see kind of changing is these three cards here. What I feel like you guys need to do is take this Four of Swords energy, which is rest and recuperation, and just sort of ignore this conflict, even if it's within your head. I know that is easier said than done, but ignore this disagreement, ignore this strife, and sort of relax and rest. Now, this is the biggest change that you need to make right now to be able to move forward. And I say that you need to do it is because the Magician's card's coming up, and like the Magician card is all about like taking your own personal power back. Like, take that power back. Ignore what's going on in your head, ignore what other people are trying to tell you, and take your own personal power back. Along with the Ace of Pentacles here, now I do see like this is going to be once you've kind of done this, once you've taken your own personal power back and you've rested and recuperated, then this Ace of Pentacles is going to kind of, you know, the divine and the spirit is then just going to start handing you, prosperity on a plate, and handing you all the things that you wanted, or at least showing you the way, and that, and that you can be of clear of mind to manifest your true desires and everything else. But this kind of needs to happen first, this taking back of your own personal power and this rest that needs to happen. Okay, and then on to the next couple of cards. So the next one is you are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. So I feel like that this card kind of sums up everything that's gone on. I feel like you're having a disagreement with somebody because you've got your own personal power, and you've got that kind of inner goddess vibe is kind of what I feel here, that inner goddess vibe. And that you're kind of having a disagreement with somebody else because they're feeling really low, but you're feeling really high, and they're a bit like, well, why aren't you in a misery like me? Why is the world not, being the same as me? Which is a very toxic way of thinking. I feel like you know that, and you're kind of rising above it, and that's where this disagreement is, as much as you love and care for this person. So the next card that is coming up is, as you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. So again, it's kind of the same as what I was talking about over here, like that prosperity is coming and it is being handed to you. You need to kind of just get over this. This needs to like bugger off, needs to like fall off the table. Like, you need to, like sort of do this with that conflict, and ignore it, and don't rise above it. Don't stoop down to that person's level. Okay, and then on to the next lot of cards. So it says, go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. So what I see of this is, I definitely see with group 2, this could resonate for some of you. It can be a toxic thought pattern that needs to be getting rid of, or a toxic person that needs to be let go. This kind of go outside is more, yes, maybe physically go outside. That can help with mental health, and that can help with you sort of physically going outside, smelling the roses, connecting with nature, sort of doing all of that, especially now just before the weather is going to start to turn shitty and crappy, which in England it already has. It's also about sort of like cutting loose. So you've been indoors, you've been around that person, you've had that negative thought pattern for far too long. Time to cut it off, time to go outside, it's time to sort of have a fresh new way of thinking, or a fresh new way of starting. And then the next card is easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So I feel like that needed to be said for somebody. And going back to this sort of Four of Swords card, don't rush whatever is happening right now. This conflict needs to happen. This like train of thought, this conflict thought, or this conflict between this other person needs to happen. Then you need to rest, but don't force it. Don't force things to happen. Don't like rush to find your power, to be like, right, and then get really frustrated because you haven't found your personal power, or things aren't turning your way. So just make sure to slow down. It kind of couples with that go outside card, like slow down, get back in touch with nature, be at peace. Just, you know, baby steps, guys, baby steps. Okay, and then the last lot of cards I've got here. So we have the first quarter waxing water moon of choice. So again, this could be a case that you have a choice between a person. I do feel like a choice is that you've got this conflict, and like I said, I feel like it's a major part of me feels like it's an inner conflict. Another major, like I'm half and half. There's a major conflict either going on within inside yourself, or you are having an argument with someone, and this choice of going, do I carry on letting this bother me? Do I carry on going down this negative way and this negative thought pattern, or do I cut it off and have a fresh new start? And that's where this choice card has kind of come in. It's gone, you need to make that choice, and you need to make it for your own highest and greatest good and for nobody else. Then we have the first quarter waxing earth moon as well as stability. So again, this kind of stability will come once you've made this choice, once you've got rid of this conflict. I just see like once you've got rid of this conflict, there's so much stability. Like the massive changes is there's going to be this big change in you of being like, you know, feeling your power and sort of feeling like, you know, this massive inner witch goddess. Like that's what I get. I get this really sort of confident vibes of being able to walk tall and, you know, you know, push your chest out and be like, yes, I own this place. What are you talking about? And then last but not least, the magician. So again, this whole sort of rest and easy does it. Listen to music. Listen to music. Maybe that might be a way of also dealing with the conflict that may be possibly going on with your head or with this person. Listen to music. Pay attention to music. I feel like that card there is a pay attention to music. Pay attention to the lyrics that you're listening to. Pay attention to the things that you are listening to. Whether are they toxic things that you're listening to, or are they positive things that you're listening to? Like lyrics in a song can make a massive difference. So just be a little bit aware of that as well. Okay, so I'm just going to pull a tarot card and an oracle card here for you guys, just to see if there are any other additional messages. So I'm just going to pull a tarot card here from my lovely fairy deck. So are there any other additional messages here for group number 2? So then we have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups, again, it is, the Five of Cups is all about sort of loss and regret. So I feel like that this is kind of the way that you're feeling right now, is this kind of lost, a little bit lost, a little bit full of regret because of whatever conflict's happening right now. So I'm hoping that this kind of reading will now then sort of give you a bit more of the strength to carry on and to move forward. But that's the reason why that Five of Cups has come out. And so I'm just going to pick a oracle card here from my fairy oracle deck as well. So are there any other additional messages here for group number 2? Okay, so we've had 3 come out here. So we've got kindness. So again, look at this sort of conflict, look at this situation with kindness. Like you may be flying high right now, but this other person isn't. So maybe sort of look at the situation with a bit more kindness. Maybe put yourself in their shoes. Or again, the kindness can be flipped on its head with the whole sort of personal conflicts, and look at yourself with a bit more kindness. Look in the mirror and be like, I like the way that I look about myself here, or I like the way that I look at myself, like, you know, I like this thing about my body, or I like this thing about my body. Okay, and then authority. So I feel like the conflict is with an authority figure. Now that could be a parent, it could be somebody that you just look up to, or again, the authority could be that authority, like that authority voice in your head, you know, sitting there going, no, you look like crap, no, you know, and that has authority over you. Again, you know, so if it is that sort of authority voice in your head, like overcome that. You can overcome that and you will overcome that. Again, it's that I do feel like that this conflict could be with an authority figure. And then last but not least, insecurity. So again, going back to that kind of inner conflict and that inner insecurity of yourself that you need to, you know, you're going to get over. I see the biggest changes for you guys who picked group number 2 is that this insecurity and this conflict that you are going through, you are so going to overcome it. It is unreal. Like, you are going to be so, you're going to be flying so high after you've overcome whatever this conflict is within yourself or with this other person. Okay, so I think that's everything there for group number 2. So if this reading did resonate with you, then please hit that thumbs up and leave a comment down below. I really, really love seeing all your guys' comments. It makes my day and I love replying to them. Also, if you want to see any of my previous videos as well as any upcoming ones that I do have planned, then please, please, please hit that subscribe button. I would really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, and then on to my group number 3. It's here with the selenite on top of your deck. I'm just going to pop that over here for you and let's see what card you've got. Okay, so we start off here with the Chariot. And then the Eight of Wands. Then the Knight of Swords. And then the Six of Wands. Wow. Okay, so whatever change is coming to you is coming to you guys in group number 3 thick and bloody fast. Like, having these two come up next to each other, like, whatever is coming is literally going to, like, happen tomorrow. Well, I say that, it's like happened yesterday kind of thing. Like, it's so fast. You got the Knight of Swords blundering in with his sword drawn, hasty, like, running straight headlong into whatever it is that you guys are doing. And then obviously the Eight of Wands there, which is just a fast-paced card. Like, things are moving so quickly for you guys right now in group number 3. It is unreal. And this change is like a good one. It's fast and it's hasty, and I feel like that is a little bit of a warning, but not at the same time. Like, I feel like whatever you guys are moving forward to, you're directing it yourself. You're the one in the seat. You're the guiding your own chariot, and that's how I see this. This isn't a difference in, you know, you don't know where you're going. For me, I feel like that you are steering this in the right direction. Whatever this is you guys are steering it in the right direction. You're pulling the chariot in the way that you want it to go. And I think that's the other reason why the Knight of Swords has kind of come up, is that whole very, you're pushing it. Which, like I said, if you're, don't push too hard. Don't force it. It's good to hurry things along. If you can be hasty with things that you know that aren't going to be too damaging, then fine. But don't, like, literally force your way through, kick the front door down, fireman style, kind of. Like, don't do that. But I do see that, like, there's massive victory. There's massive, like, sort of personal victory, as well as everybody else seeing this celebration and seeing this victory of your own feats. And I think that's why this is very rushing, is because it may be something that you've been directing and something that you've been working on for quite a while. And that's why there's going to be this massive sort of celebration of when you've reached the end, and that's why you're trying. That's why it's coming really thick and fast, and that's why you kind of force it, because you're like, oh my god, I'm right at the end. Please hurry up. Please hurry up. I need this to be finished now. I need to get this done. Okay, and so now on to the next lot of cards here. So we've got Archangel Uriel. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your hearts and minds. So again, I feel like this is like a gentle reminder of don't be too hasty and don't get too emotional about it. If things aren't going as quick as you want them to, which kind of could be a coupling of these cards, is things maybe are not going in the you know, as quick as you would like them to. Like, don't get emotional over it. Don't get angry over it. Make sure that you're at peace. Make sure that you have peace of mind, and this celebration and this happiness will come to you. Okay, so the next card is, it's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you and protecting you during these changes. So again, it's this could be a change of an actual pregnancy that I can kind of get the feeling from there, little tingly feelings. And also it could be a birth of a new idea that you're like you're finishing one and then you want to go on to the next one. Or you're finishing this goal, or you're trying to force maybe a new direction in life and a new idea, and that new idea is going to come as long as you don't force it. That's the other thing. Again, this is a general reading. I pick up on all the little messages that I can pick up on, so if it doesn't resonate with you, then just kind of ignore it and pick up on the things that do resonate with you. Okay, so the next couple of cards we've got here is peace. There is no need to worry as everything will work out beautifully. Again, I feel like this goes back to these two cards of being a bit hasty and being a bit, I see you sort of like being a hamster in a wheel and running and running and running and running and running and not getting anywhere. I feel like you need to slow down a bit. I feel like you guys need to definitely slow down a bit, like, and sort of take 5 minutes to relax and so make sure that you're going in the right direction, because you're going very fast. Everything's happening so quick and fast for you that you do need to take at least 5 minutes out to just be like, okay, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened, and this has happened. Is that okay? Do I need this? Do I need that? And then kind of go from there. So the next card is compassion. Release judgment about yourself and others and focus on love and light that is within everyone. Again, that's sort of, don't rush. I just feel like there's this massive message for you guys here in group number 3 of don't rush. Stop rushing. It's going to happen. Things are going to work out beautifully. There's new ideas going to come in. You're going to know which way to go. It's just stop rushing. Quiet time, which is like the next card that comes up, is quiet time. So take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So yeah, sit your ass down. Get yourself a glass of wine. Sit on the sofa. Watch some crappy TV. Like, just take some time out for yourself. Treat yourself. Like, just take some time out for yourself, because everything's happening so fast that you need to sit down, at least sit down for a little bit. Okay, and then the last cards I have here is adaptability. So again, adaptability with everything that's coming very fast. You are still in charge of your own path. You are still in the seat of the chariot. Adapt to the things that are going on around you. Everything is very fast. Everything is happening and moving very, very fucking quickly. But I see you like adapting. Like, make sure you take this kind of time out to sit down, because that's when you are going to adapt to the situation, like the new situations that are coming up for you. And then we have opposition here. So there could be a little bit of opposition, especially with like the sword energy I get from the Knight of Swords. There could be possibly someone or something that can stand in your way. So just be a little bit on the, I think that was just like a little bit of a warning there for someone. Like, just be on the lookout for that there could be some sort of opposition, and in a fire sign as well, as it is the fire moon there. And then we have, last but not least, economy. So I feel like this could be very work related with whatever's happening, whatever celebration it is, whatever new idea that it is that you're looking towards. It can obviously be economic to you. So that could be obviously work, or it could be a case of like money coming in where you had no money beforehand. So I'm just going to pick a tarot card and an oracle card here for you guys, just to see if there are any other additional messages. So I'm just going to pick a tarot card here from my fairy deck. Are there any other additional messages for group 3? Okay, so there's 2 that have come out here. So we have The hermit, again, like get into this hermit mode a little bit. Everything's moving so fast. Everything's moving way, 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 way too quick for you guys now. Retreat a little bit. Go back within that peace. Go into a little bit of that hermit mode. Not necessarily completely shut yourself off, like, you know, full on hermit, shut myself up. I'm going to just work on myself kind of thing. But just retreat a little bit is what I feel like this. It's like a softening of the hermit, is just retreat a little bit. Take some time out for yourself. Take some of this quiet time. Take some peace. Take some sort of like the depiction of the compassion card of her sitting in this lotus and being at peace and having this light and sort of this meditation. Like, you need to. I feel like there's again. I'm gonna say it again. Like, there is a massive, massive message of you guys need to sit down. And then we have the Page of Wands here that's come out as well, which again is that enthusiastic discovery. So I do feel like in this sort of picture she is with the unicorn looking forward, and that's what this is kind of saying with this. You know, they're moving forward. You're moving forward. There's celebration. There is so much, like, there's so much inspiration and creativity that is coming out of you right now, and it is just moving very, very thick and fast. Okay, so we're gonna just take a couple of oracle cards as well. Are there any other additional messages here for group number 3? So then we've had laughter come out here. So again, it's more about that taking time to laugh, taking time to be happy and at peace with yourself. So I think that's everything there for group number 3. So if you did like this reading, then please leave the thumbs up and comment down below. I love reading all of your comments. They make my day and I love replying back to them. Also, if you would like to see any of my previous videos as well as any upcoming videos that I may have, then please, 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 please hit that subscribe button. I would really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.